Hey everyone, this is Pokemon 1985. Um, just so you know, are you ready for your guys' football season start? Your teams. This is all the regular season. The schedule just came out on the 14th of May, just so you know. Week 1, September 9th to the 14th. Wednesday is the Patriots taking on Seattle Seahawks at 4:20 on NBC and Peacock. Thursday, September 10th, 49ers taking on LA Rams at 4:35 on Netflix. On Sunday, September 13th, Dolphins are taking on Las Vegas Raiders in Vegas on Fox at 12:25 p.m. The Bears are taking on my other team, the Panthers, at 9 a.m. on Fox. Saying in the morning, Baltimore are taking on Indianapolis Colts on CBS. On Fox, Atlanta Falcons are taking on Pittsburgh Steelers on Fox. The Cincinnati Browns taking on Jacksonville. Let's stop there for a minute. Let's talk what's going on with Jacksonville. As you know, Jacksonville's Jaguars have a temporary home in Randall because they're building their new stadium up. That's why they're moving to Randall to temporary. On CBS. On Fox, Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Bengals, my other team. On Fox. And then New York Jets taking on Tennessee Titans on CBS. And also taking on my other team on Fox, New Orleans Saints taking on Detroit Lions. Buffalo Bills, the Bills, taking on Houston Texans on CBS. And Atlanta Falcons, Arizona Cardinals are taking on LA Chargers on CBS. At 12:25 p.m. Those on CBS also, Green Bay Packers taking on Minnesota Vikings. And on Fox at that time, Washington Commanders taking on the Eagles. Then at later Sunday Night Football at 4:20 on NBC and Peacock, Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Giants. On Monday, this is the last week of week 1. On Monday, September 14th, Denver Broncos are taking on Kansas City Chiefs on ABC and ESPN. So, that was week 1. And then on my birthday, Thursday, September 17th at 4:15 p.m. on Amazon Prime Video, Detroit Lions taking on the Buffalo Bills. The Dolphins on Sunday, it's September 20 at 12:25 p.m. taking on 49ers on Fox. At 9 a.m., these are the mornings at 9. Again, the Eagles are taking on Tennessee. Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Patriots. Vikings are taking on the Bears. The Panthers are taking on the Falcons. And the Packers are taking on the Jets. Saints are taking on the Ravens. Bengals are taking on Texans. The Browns are taking on the Bucks. And Jacksonville taking on the Broncos. Raiders are taking on the Chargers. Seattle's taking on Arizona Cardinals. Commanders are taking on Dallas Cowboys. And then Colts are taking on the Chiefs. And Monday, September 21st, the Giants taking on the Rams. Alright, so we're not doing all of the teams right. We're going to stop at week 3, okay? Thursday, September 24th. Atlanta Falcons are taking on the Packers. Kansas City taking on the Dolphins. Panthers are taking on the Browns. Tennessee taking on Giants. Patriots Jacksonville. Chargers taking on the Bills. Jets taking on the Lions. Houston taking on the Colts. Houston, Texas taking on the Colts. Seattle Seahawks taking on the Commanders. The Bengals are taking on Pittsburgh Steelers. Cardinals taking on the 49ers. Vikings are taking on the Bucks. Raiders taking on Steelers. Ravens are taking on Cowboys. And Sunday Night Football. The Rams are taking on Broncos. On Monday, September 28th, the Eagles taking on the Bears. Alright, hit that like button, hit that notification button if you're new on this channel. Share this video with your friends. Mark first week 1, Wednesday, the 14th. Right? Did I say 14th? No, Wednesday the 9th. Mark the first week of regular season on September 9th. Alright. If you're new on this channel, you know what to do. Hit that notification bell. Hit that subscribe button if you're new on. And help me get up to 200 subscribers. We're halfway there. Halfway there. Alright? Just when you're ready for football, just mind yourself by hitting that notification bell. Hit that like button. We'll see you later. This is Pokemon 1985 saying have an awesome morning or good evening.